It was something in the air tonight. It was something in the air tonight. I get nervous when you get closer.
Hey guys, welcome back. I'm happy to see you guys for another Monday. I already did my brows off camera and also primed my lids, so we're going to jump right into this video. First, we're going to start off with the Pure Cosmetics Festivals palette and use that bright pink called Wild Child, and I'll add this in my crease. First, I'm going to tap this shade into my crease, building up this color, and then I'll go around the edges and start blending out the edges so I can prep it for my transition shade that I want to add on top. To further blend out my crease, I'm going to use the Douce palette by Juvias Place, and I'm using that pink shade right here called Cream, and I'm adding that right on top of that Flower Child color, and I'm blending out those edges all the way from inner corner to outer corner. Now it's time to add some depth into this look. I'm taking the Huda Beauty Ruby Obsessions palette and I'm using the darkest shade in that palette and I'm adding it into my crease. Just like what I did to Flower Child, I will do to this shade until I get it as opaque as I like in the crease. And then once I do that, I'll go back in with Flower Child, which is that hot pink, and blend out that dark red. And to get a smoother line, I'll go in with a little bit more of Cream from the Douce palette by Juvia's Place, and I'll blend out Flower Child. Now I'm taking my e.l.f. concealer in Fair Warm and cutting out my crease. The way I like to do this is by tapping, and once I tap the area, I'll go ahead and slide my brush just to keep everything nice and clean. And then once I do that, I'll go in with a makeup wipe and I'll clean off the lid shade just because some of that pink is mixed up in with that light concealer. And then I'll go back in with some more concealer and just tidy everything up and give it a nice clean canvas. And then wiping most of the product off, I'll go ahead and blend the concealer in with my outer corner. Going back in with the Douce palette by Juvia's Place, I'm taking the shade Puffs and I'm adding this shade closest to that crease line. I'm blending that about halfway because I'm going to go in with Flower Child and blend that down more into like a V shape. And then once I blend out Flower Child in the shape that I like, I'm going to go in with some more of my crease shade from the Ruby Obsessions palette, and I'm gonna add that literally right below Flower Child just to start to deepen things up. And then I'll go in with a black and I will deepen up more of that reddish dark shade that we used from the Ruby Obsession palette, just so that it kind of like balances out into the crease because I felt like it wasn't dark enough. Then I'm taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills glitter glue and I'm adding that right on top of the pink. And then once I do that, I'll go in with my Peaches Makeup Pixie Pigment and add that right on top. Alright guys, I finished the other eye off camera. Now I'm going to take my Starlooks eyeliner and add that to my tight line. Once I've done that, I'll start with the face and I'm using my Maybelline Master Prime Hydrate and Smooth Primer. Today's foundation is the Haley's Reset Liquid Matte Foundation. I honestly only brought this foundation for its packaging. The packaging is bomb, guys. I love it. But the first time I used this, I did a deep moisturizing skincare routine and my skin was really moisturized. And I love the finish because I love more of dewy foundations and this foundation is really matte. I didn't do my research on the foundation. I brought it because it was pretty. Story of my life. But once I started using it a little more, I realized it is a very matte foundation, causing it to be drying and very full coverage. It's a little bit heavy on the skin because it is a full coverage matte foundation, but if you build it up, because it's very buildable, that's what I like about the foundation. You could get the coverage you are looking for and it'd be a little bit more comfortable on the skin if you use less product. At the same time, in getting the foundation, I picked up the Haley's Revive Concealer Cream and I got the color more closer to my skin tone, and I'm going to highlight under my eyes, the bridge of my nose, and the middle of my forehead with the concealer. I really like this concealer. It is lightweight, extremely blendable, and buildable without getting cakey. And if your concealer is blendable and buildable and cake resistant, it's a W for me. To set this foundation and concealer, I didn't really like using my Maybelline products to do this with because it didn't really set nicely. It kind of like set really dry and sat on top of the skin, and I had to work a little bit harder and pressing the product into my skin so that I can get more of like a flawless finish. Also the same thing with the face powder. Once I applied my face powder the first time, it looked good, but I just was looking at it very closely and it didn't look like it was pressed into my skin. So I had to sit there for an extra like 3-4 minutes and press the powder into the foundation and get it to my skin because it wasn't looking skin like to me, but I eventually got it there. And now I'm gonna add some color back into my skin by adding my bronzer. This is the Fenty bronzer in Island thing, and I'm just gonna add this all around my head. You know, make sure you don't give yourself a helmet, but add it around your head and down the bridge of your nose so you can pop that nose back in there. And then we'll add some blush on. I like the Covergirl Peach Punch blush, and I just bought this highlighter from NYX. It's called Born to Glow in the shade Gold. Now check this out. Watch the second dip. Bam. That looks so pretty. Today I'm going for a natural kind of highlight, but imagine that built up. Amazing. I love it. I'm going back in with the Pure palette and taking that pink shade called Wild Child, and I'm adding that to my lower lash line, making sure that I connect that Wild Child right up to the Wild Child that I used in my crease, just so that everything seems like a complete circle all around my eye. I kind of like that blend. Then I'm going to take the shade Cream from the Douce palette by Juvias Place and blend out Wild Child from the Festivals palette. And then I'll go back in with a little bit more of Wild Child and build that back up. And once I got a nice blend on that, I'll go in with my definer brush and take that really dark shade from the Ruby Obsessions palette and apply that closest to my lash line. I'm really excited to show you guys these eyeliners. I seen these eyeliners on a beauty guru's Instagram. She was using them, so I went over to Ulta and I purchased all the colors that I did want. They're around $2.49, which is really inexpensive, but they do work. Like, they don't work like the Kiko Milano ones where as soon as you put them on your waterline, it's like full of pigment. You do have to build them up. Like right here, you can see that I've built it up for a while and it's the color, and I really like the shade range of them, and they're bomb. You know, for the price that you get them for, they are pretty good eyeliners. I'm taking one of my Glow For Me glitter stacks and I'm taking the shade Prince and I'm adding that to my inner corner. First I'm going to apply the ABH glitter adhesive, and then I'll apply the glitter on top of the adhesive so that it could stick, and I'll be patting that around in my inner corner and blending it out a little slowly so it doesn't get messy. Once I do that, I'll add some mascara to my top lashes. This is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. And then after that, I'm going to go ahead and apply these lashes. Once those lashes are applied, I'm going to go in with the Sephora Volume On Mascara. And this is in the color Turquoise On. And I'm going to apply that to my baby lashes as well. Then I'm going to go in with my L'Oreal Cobalt Blue mascara, and I'm just going to add that to the back of my baby lashes to give it like some deep blue back there. And now it's time for the lips. I'm taking my Morphe Sweet Tea lip liner and I'm lining my bottom lip. I overlined the bottom of my lip a little bit because I like it to poke out. I'm also overlining my Cupid's bow as well. I don't like my lips to look wide. I just like them to look pouty, so I do overline the top of my lip and not the sides. And then I'm using my Kiko Milano nude lipstick in 401. And I'll go ahead and spread that between both of my lips and then smush it together with my lips to get a nice blend. And then I'll go in with another Kiko Milano product. This is the Hydro Gloss in the number 2 Bomb Gloss. I really love this combination. And then I'll set my skin with some of my Wet n Wild Rose Spray. This is literally like the last dip of spray, so it's squirted out on my face. I'll take a blender, blend out like the little droplets, and then dry it with a fan. And this is the completed look, you guys. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate you guys taking your time out and watching my video. If you did like this video though, please make sure you give this video a thumbs up before you leave. Also comment down below and let me know what you thought about this video. I have been in a little creative block lately, so to get out of it, I just start applying colors on my eye and start doing something so that, you know, I get my mind working, you know. But please subscribe to my channel, click click the little bell up there just to get a notification. Also, follow me on all my social media. I have Instagram and Facebook. It's all at Cyntina Marie. And until next time, guys, bye.